Good hours day
Easy.
and welcome to Tales of Aether, where stuff has happened last week because I forgot to take my dice out. Right, so you've arrived at Nachtschaffen, the home of Miles. Ruba and his family, you've landed without much difficulty. Your captain's name seemingly being recognized by the dock workers and accelerating the process. You have also been witness a bit earlier to the awakening of the Bobby, who seems to have been integrated and resurrected by the ancient Slavic armor by the name Buddy, or that's how Bobby calls it now. You talked a lot about morality and stuff, and I think of fucking over people who've just saved your lives. But nevertheless, you reached your destination, the mansion of the Ruba family, where most of you have gone off to have a bit of an excursion and learn more about the history and culture of the Rubers, of which I'm sure Al has provided us a presentation during the week to be full of stories and background information for his family. I'm sure he worked as hard as I did. While Miles himself went off to find and talk to his father, who listened attentively to his tale of the events on Davis 4, of Miles fucking over, Baron Okoye, and yeah, and that's basically where we pick off. As James, oh wait, James, many family members. Jack was Jay. It was a J. Jack Ruber explains to Miles what this book actually is. Um, Son, this book is one of the diaries, one of the spell books of the great necromancer Said Nevek. And though I am certain that you remember your history lessons, I feel somehow inclined to expose the story for those who may not have remembered the story, though I feel like the number of those individuals is one lower than I had hoped for. About 120 years ago, Said Nevek, who by then become a lich, has attempted a terrifying ritual to ascend to godhood. Has been almost thwarted by our Emperor, Emperor Melozan, and his most loyal allies. But, sadly, the mortals have not trusted him enough, and without their support they failed. Said has ascended to godhood and left behind his journals. They work as spellbooks for any spellcaster powerful enough to use that magic, but they also contain research about necromancy and life and death and other laws of magic. They cannot be used by many, but for those who can, they are, well, not quite the weapons of mass destruction, the blueprints for it. These books have been sealed in the Melozan archives for decades, but there is not much love between the Emperor and the Necromancer. We cannot afford for such a book to fall into the hands of any foreign power, or anyone who would lack the willpower to use it, or they will succumb to Nivek himself. I am surprised that, well, honestly, there must be much more to the chase after this book. I doubt that Okoye was the only one entrusted with the task. He's far too valuable. In either case, son, I am quite eager to hear your plans for the book. Which machinations have you created so that you can fool Okoye and make use of the subject? What plans do you have to remove his eye from yourself? What is your plan? What are your suggestions? I'm listening with great trepidation.
As long as I return this book in an allotted time, perhaps he will think that I've done as I told him. However, that is a really low chance of that happening. But I think the more important thing is, can our family get something out of this book? Or, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, perhaps someone from our family delivers it to the Emperor himself, or herself. And that way, perhaps, Okoya is the voice of the Emperor. The Emperor will order him to, well, leave us alone. Or me. Would we want to return the book?
Oh, certainly. The book must be returned to the Emperor. For whatever you plan, however you intend to fuck over, you must never plot against the Emperor.
True.
Still, you intend to... I struggle to see how us returning the book would prevent Okoye from taking his vengeance upon you. The family, yes, he will not touch.
To be honest, I didn't have a plan. I acted on a gut feeling.
No pen at all?
Well, I was hoping for your insight, perhaps, yours and Mother's. But I was also focused upon extracting the knowledge from this book before we return it.
Oh, son. I fear even your grandmother will struggle with the knowledge within it, much less me or your mother.
So it is useless in our hands?
It is not useless. It is exceptionally dangerous and unwise. I would say that whatever use may come of this book will be not of what it contains, but of what it represents.
Power?
At the very least, yes.
Do you have any suggestions to get the Baron off my back? I could take the book right now and do a round trip back to him. Say there were some delays and try and smooth that one out.
Miles, son, is this some kind of a test?
Test?
Or is this your means of taking revenge upon me for how you left here?
No, 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 no. It's not a revenge or something like that. I'm just a bit confused. I didn't know exactly what the book was, and I thought was very valuable. Something that our family could, well, something that will enforce our family.
And yet, you have truly and honestly have put very little thought into preserving your own safety and reputation in bringing it here, hoping for and relying on us to do that for you. Is that what you intend to tell
No,
me?
not no, not exactly. The hmm. Once we copied or extracted knowledge that we need from the book, I could, as I said, return it to Baron Okoya. It seems I'm in quite a pickle.
And I'm not mad at you for getting yourself entangled with a coil. Something like that is what I frankly could expect of you as a Ruber. I must admit, however, I am quite cross with you for how you have intended to carry out your plan. I have elected to treat you not as a son, but as a peer. To listen to your adventures and see what endeavors you might present to me. I see now that I may have been too hasty with my decision. You could return the book and pray that Okoye will not observe the subterfuge or notice the path your ship has taken. I think it would be better if I discuss this with your mother. Of what could be done and what should be done, since this is now our responsibility to be. It is late. Your mother is asleep, for as you know, she prefers to be awake during the day while she conducts her business. I hope you will meet us during breakfast, well, dinner for me. There are a few things you might wish to know if you will stay with us for a while. We have maintained the grave as promised. The path is still there for when you. Your A nephew has been born safely about a month ago. His name is Benedict. You may wish to meet him. You find Oliver agreeing. Not Oliver, Julian, sorry.
Julian.
And your sister is recovering after having received her gift. I suggest you do not roam about at night and keep your crew away from the basements.
Of course. Splendid news.
Indeed.
Right. Well, I'll leave you to it. And
Good night, son.
good night, Father. And I think Miles will head straight to the grave. Not himself, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe also himself, who knows? You know.
Yeah, he's on his way.
Meanwhile, the rest of your crew have right about finished their excursion of the old castle. Bit too much dust, most likely, for the taste of most of you. Historical dust, not literal dust. But nevertheless, you are approaching midnight very quickly, and after a long trip, most of you are feeling quite tired. So, Sebastian escorts you to a guest house, which is warm, cozy, offers you rooms, shows you to the loo.
Probably better living quarters than we have on our ship.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, you each get a separate room with a separate bed.
Fucking a luxury.
Yes.
You know what's happening tonight in that case.
Yes, there is a old storage. It is stocked with food, drink. Though I'm not sure how much you wish to drink at 12. But yeah, up to you if you want to discuss Miles' living conditions, or whether to demand an increase in pay.
I am. We left Watanabe and whatever the new guys or what? I don't remember. Og. We left them on our main ship, right?
Yes.
They didn't come with here. Okay. Then I will say to the others that it's always. I know the captain, is rich. He can afford to have people gift him a ship and so on, or something of the like. But I never knew they were, I own an isle and shit rich. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he implied it, he said it, but it still feels weird.
Does feel weird. The thing that bugs me the most, though, is that he told me that I'm too poor to have his wine. His wine.
He did.
God damn it. Bunch of snobs. Oh, I'm joking.
Maybe that's just the Tamil's influence coming through,
Hmm.
You're on your home territory, and suddenly, who knows?
Well, he should be useful. Hopefully I can get some use as well, if he's kind enough to let me. I'm just, let's do a bit of jeer, dark humor. Let's just hope we don't get stabbed in the back. Oh, he looks around for a window. Oh.
I honestly think that Miles has to worry about that part mainly. Not necessarily us. But I told him that I think it was a horrible idea to backstab Okoye. And I kind of get the feeling of him that he's the spoiled brat who wants to be as rich and influential as Daddy is.
Well, I like to think that if something bad were to happen, we'd have his back. You guys have been a close group for me. I just saying it because I read people. I used to read people, did some mercenary work, and I just got this little inkling that he's actually a good guy because he wants to be this vampire lord. That scares the shit out of me, you know. But maybe he's got a little bit of that. He wants to help his family, and he's not doing it just to get up there for himself. He's got that little bit of twinkle.
Well, and to his credit, I have yet to meet a vampire that is more horrible or even close to as horrible as the people I have hunted down back in my bounty hunter days. I
suspect their kinds of, cruelty and horror ways of being horrible is of a more subtle, more far-reaching, but less direct way.
Oh, that's even more scarier.
Would be my personal guess, but to the captain's credit, and this is not something about vampires, but quite the opposite. I'd say this is the first time where I feel like, he's made any kind of decision that was really, it seemed off, just geared towards furthering himself and his family.
Yeah,
I haven't really gotten that.
Yeah, I think he
yet,
sensed a chance of getting to where he wanted to get easily and quickly, and I think that misled him here. But I guess we'll have to see how things pan out.
Lucas, you've got I respect your background. You got some vampires in it. If you know vampires, do you think?
Well, I don't know
that there's some innate, evil that can come about people that are trying to become one. So that's just by being a vampire, you're innately evil. There's something that comes about.
I think you're more innately evil by just being human. From my experience, I judge people by their deeds, and honestly, I agree with Lance. This is the first thing that really seemed like a misplaced choice by our captain, but I don't know as much as he does, and I think he has some reasons for getting where he wants to go, and so far I've not seen any evil deeds here. That's how I go through life. Shoot the people that do evil right in front of my nose. Or someone provided me with sufficient proof of such evil.
Yeah, I guess I go off of appearances a bit more often.
Oh.
But I guess obviously you're right anyway that we have to. There's no point making an opinion on the captain. Just be nice to the guy, follow orders. So I'm gonna have some hope in there. I still think it's a bit more furthering his family than furthering himself. We seem pretty good.
I think it's pretty much for himself.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know his family. I'm really out of place here. This whole culture is just so strange. So what are we supposed to eat while we're waiting on Miles? If they eat human flesh and blood.
I think you check that cupboard over there. There's plenty of normal food. And I'm just gonna go to bed after taking a snack, I think. It's late. I'm tired.
I think, Dan,
Yes.
when Dalu's going to bed, so long as we're staying here, I think he would ask Phil all the time. I don't know how that would work with his if it was spell slots, or if it's the equivalent of spell slots, or if there's if it's free to cast or whatnot. But Dalu would like in the nighttime for Phil to use his magic to give him a new face, like he used to, Wynel, sorry, like he would do on the ship.
Oh, new face every night.
It's not a new face every night, just a face. Just have it on. Yeah, that's it.
Huh? Well, Bobby, you don't really lie to bed because no bed can hold you. It's more like you're like a horse. You sleep standing now.
Oh no!
Find a wall to lean on.
No, thankfully, thanks to like all the metal parts that are now in you, body can like support you. So it's more like sleeping, like on a bus, like in a chair, which I think considering your background, you're not that unused to.
I've never heard of someone so thick they can't sit down.
Exactly. I feel like, if someone were to try to push Bobby over in combat, that sounds like a -10 penalty to your fucking check.
Yeah. You know that meme about like I'm so dummy sick. It's Bobby
Yeah.
basically. All right. Miles, let's say you find your room in the main estate. Has obviously been maintained and cleaned, though right now it's even like too clean because like nobody has been living in it for a while. So it's that like you just walked into a new hotel suit basically feeling. Any feelings you'd like to share to the invisible watcher?
Well, where is the grave?
All right, you were going there first.
I was going to the
Yeah,
grave.
where is it? You tell me.
Okay. It's almost at the outskirts, probably, of the property. So yeah, Miles arrives to a grave. And he fiddles with his hands a bit. He's just quiet. You won't believe the stuff I just got myself into. And I thought it would be for the better. I thought they would see me in a better light. But of course it didn't. And it didn't work. It's actually to my detriment. And well, Father practically called me a failure, but in very different words. Again. But that's not new for us now, is it? I found this book of a necromancer. And it seems my parents will not be able to extract much knowledge, let alone use it. Though it does sound very powerful. But I have been toying for a moment with trying to dedicate to learning it and maybe discovering some powers for you. But that would put the Emperor on our family's bad side. Not only the Baron. And, well, if I do stupid shit, at least I wouldn't want to risk the whole family. I mean, I'm not practically fond of them, but I don't hate them. And I don't really know what to do. I would love if you could tell me what to do. Could love if you could talk in general. Just say something. I've been through a whole lot other than that. I think my drinking problem has become even worse. Even worse than when you saw it. I have a crewmate and a friend that is suggesting I stop doing that, but the thing is that when I stop doing that, and we're in idle times, I just can't get you out of my head, and that pains me. Right. And he'll just stay there silent for like another, I don't know, like 15 minutes. And then go back to his quarters. But if he bumps into one of the butlers, he'll tell them to perhaps give the message to the crew to avoid the basements and whatever Jack told Miles.
Well.
Now, who wants to go to the basement?
Well, unless you're asleep, you're welcome to go there. Alright. So, the night passes. There's about a state of rest for each of you. The morning comes of the next day. As all of you awaken, it's time. The guests, you gathering in the dining area of your house in the morning after brushing yourselves up, find a note on the table that warns you to not roam around alone and to avoid entering underground facilities.
Including basement.
Wouldn't even know where to find them.
I'm a guest here. I will behave.
Except for the guest house. The guest
Indeed.
house does have a basement, but can't you find to enter that one?
And I guess we all gather for breakfast?
Do you? Like, do you find them out before you go for breakfast, or? Because
Yeah, I'll find them out before we go to breakfast. Yeah.
so yeah, as you kind of go like, well, let's raid the cool storage. Let's see what we could have for breakfast. Miles enters the guest house looking rather like he hasn't
Hanged over.
hasn't been doing well.
Good morning.
Hello, Captain.
Good morning.
Morning.
How was your sleep?
Fucking
Excellent.
fantastic. There was no one snoring. That was a blessing.
Yeah, a little paranoid.
I
Comfy
stand
beds.
now while I sleep. That's a thing now.
Well, are you comfortable here? Is everything in order?
Yeah, so far it's been nice. Everybody's polite. It's clean. It's warm.
Very nice.
It's dope.
Mm-hmm.
A little richer than I expected, to be honest. So, yeah.
little bit
Not like
too
I
perfect
don't
sometimes.
feel at home here, but it is a nice change of pace.
How's it been for you, Captain?
A bit heavy on the drinking last night.
But
Other than that,
Family
that-
gathering or what?
but my father didn't really have the chance to say hello to the others, but maybe today. I think.
So you and your dad go hard when you have a night to yourselves.
Oh, I was drinking alone, not with him.
Oh, so this place brings up back up memories? Is that it?
You could say that.
Any news on what you're going to do with the book?
I'm inclined to returning it. But my
Okay.
father wants to hear my mother's perspective on things. And, well, I'll wait for some more input from them before I decide.
Is your mother like the leader of the household?
Oh, well, it's not exactly that way. They rule together as equals. Yeah.
Doesn't sound too pleasant. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Inside check.
Talk.
Good luck beating him.
Right.
I think
so,
for your what are you actually rolling off, or is this more of a?
I mean, I'm happy to.
Yeah, Miles is not like really trying to hide it.
It's up to you. If you want to roll. If you don't want to roll, just
I want to
Yeah.
roll if I notice anything.
You kind of you can give yourself a malus if
I
you
mean,
want.
I am
If
definitely
you feel
giving
like
you a
he's not
-2
doing a good
for your
job.
condition, which is about as much of a malus as you usually give to somebody.
Sure, a -2.
Yes. Also, this is not negotiation. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
right.
I just give the captain a long stare and smile. And then I say, well, Captain, you just tell us what to do. And it's very likely that we'll do it.
Well, for now, just feel as comfortable as you can within the boundaries of my family's orders. I presume you've got my message last night?
Yep, not go in the basement.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, and also not gonna ask any questions on that point. I'll just not go there.
Sure. I'm going to get something, I don't know, Chernobyl or something to remove this bit of a hangover. And I guess he will convene then to the very few hours that his father and his mother are awake at the same time.
I mean, not really that little hours. It's like basically your father works at night, your mother works at day. So basically, while one of them works, the other one sleeps. So they do get like 8 hours of time together, really. Which, one question, since you might need to offer those descriptions. You sent me pictures.
Yes.
I assume in order top to bottom, Julian, Olivia, Victoria, and Jack.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh, I thought the files have the names.
no. You need
Okay.
to put name in description. Not I don't see the file name. You might want to find a different picture for Olivia because that is the picture of Eliana.
Ah, really?
Yes.
I thought you had a different one.
She had multiple, but that was the last one.
Oh, I'll look for one.
Maybe that's just, some breeding resemblance.
I mean, I chose her as Olivia because she's very resembled to Victoria, like maybe in the face, kinda. But sure, I'll look for something else.
I mean, it'll give us an impression, right?
I mean, you
to tell
don't
it.
have to show the pictures. You can just give whatever word description you are interested in
Yeah.
and find something
Picture's just a bonus.
different.
True.
I've never been that much of a heavy map or picture guy.
Good. Come in handy. Where did I?
Yeah, I could go with this one.
Yeah, I was trying to find something of my own, but whatever. I'll find those pictures later because I'm somewhere as well. Anyway, oh yes, it was her second phase.
What? Was that also her?
No, you know, like Pokemon, she had 3 evolutions.
Ah, yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's her second evolution.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. Imagine how fun it was for me to try to find like 3 pictures of like a vampire in 3 different stages of life that kind of look similar to each other. Anyway. Yeah, so you rejoined your team, you warmed them, you got your coffee, your Chernobog. At this point, you kind of like, well, technically, I didn't really explain my father about my crew anything, like that they are not just like my servants. Also, technically, they haven't been invited to the breakfast.
Yeah.
So if you want to organize that, you need to work on it.
Yeah, no, I'm planning on not inviting them. I don't need them to be there while my parents chew me
After
out.
you. I mean, it would be very amusing.
Nah, not for Miles.
I was gonna say, for whom?
No, that's like this moment, like your friend invites you to his home, his mother starts chewing him out. Right, very fun.
You stare awkwardly into the
No,
corner of the room.
and you as a good friend just add more oil to the fire. It's like, what? And you didn't tell her that you stole that thing from school? And
So long as it sticks with chewing him out and not eating him out, everything's good. That might be too weird even for Bobby.
Right. Anyway. Yeah, so you just say, alright guys, stay around, do whatever you want, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah. Maybe we'll make introductions later.
Okay. So off you go to find the dinner room being prepared for well, breakfast. There are actually only like 3 sets of tableware currently being placed, although you like to see like there's a clear separation between like whatever is being like even the food that's being brought, like the separation between the food being given to your parents and the food being given to you, though you know this is not because like you're a plebeian. It's more like being undead, the food they eat tastes very different to actually be pleasant for them. So you wouldn't be happy eating their food anyway. But your father is like already sitting there at. Like, there's no head of the table because, as I said, they roll together. So, like more at like right hand next to the head of the table. Kind of reading the morning newspaper. He still really likes the paper newspaper for some reason.
For the comic strip section.
He is indeed currently solving the crossword at the back of the page. Right, and that's about when your mother enters into the room, fully dressed, fully like prepared for business. Not in complete business attire, more like I still need to put a couple of pieces on, but already like quite presentable. I'd like to describe your mother for everybody else.
Yeah, just a sec.
How does my
Find
mother
the-
look like?
Miles' mom is not. Okay, so she has white hair and a very angular features. Her eyes are red as all vampires, and she, as much as Jack maybe look a little laid back while reading the newspaper, no such sign from Olivia. Like if you thought Jack doesn't mess around, Olivia, what is messing around? Super strict. Always her head like this, even if she needs to look down. And yeah, that's about it. I can show you the picture, or Dan can show you the picture.
I mean, I'd be embarrassed to show the picture. You didn't even Photoshop the eyes.
Nah, I just found it right now. That's Olivia. And
Okay,
that's
okay.
Jack. Jack looks a bit more pale.
Is that Jack?
Yeah, Jack's the father, right?
Yes.
Wait. Sorry. Oops. Oopsies.
Yep.
That's
Not Jack.
that is to be Julian. Sorry.
That's Julian. Who's your
That's Jack.
brother?
Brother-in-law.
Yeah. Sorry. Brother-in-law. Julian's
Brother-in-law. Okay. I see.
Just look up in Pinterest Vampire Noble. Took the 4 first pictures.
This is also my
That's
strategy
Julian.
usually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember trying to find Zardus's family, like a family of tieflings, everybody looking kinda similar, but not quite. Oh my god. Anyway, right. Yeah, so Olivia walks into the room. Son,
Mother?
sits down. Like servants start rushing around, like putting like food on the plates, filling up the drinks, and so on and so forth. We will talk after breakfast.
Indeed.
Short but polite breakfast and juice with some small talk about the weather and the business, but very light, very light. After all, it would be impolite to discuss before the proper dining is complete. But after everybody is actually satiated, the plates are taken away and like light next dessert are put out for a more relaxed conversation. As by now, Miles, I'm pretty sure, is like feeling like his anus kind of getting like puckered, like, okay, come on, I'm ready. And you like see your mom like doing the like cleanup, folding her napkin. And you're like, all right, here we go again. Your father has informed me of your latest adventures. Quite amusing, quite the exciting little trip you had, so I have heard. New acquaintances, new friends, new... Well, actually...
Friends and crewmates, yes.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I've put a little bit of thought into that pretty little book you've brought. What could we do with it? What could we do with you? I have quite a few plans. Sadly, most of them Jack has rejected, as while they bring quite a lot of benefit to the family, they do require you to, well, be thrown under the proverbial cart, as obviously you deserve for what you've done. But nevertheless, they have been rejected by Jack. Jack goes, "No, no, mother. He is your son as well. There's no need to pretend I was the only one who didn't like those plans. I mean, we all know that he gets his dashing features from me, and completely lacks your ability to shoot magic from his eyes, but we'll get there." What do you like tip of the mouth kind of like twitches? Yes, Jack. As I was saying, I still have a couple more plans we could use. It does not involve you going down with the ship. The coward's way out would be obviously to match the timing and return to Okoye with the book to gain his support at the very least. After all, you could finish the task laid in front of you by gaining enough support of different reason. The second option is rather simple and does not provide the family with much benefit, but also lowers our risks, would be to pass on the book to the Emperor on our own, or more like whoever from the Imperial family is taking care of the book. However, in doing so, we will put a lot of effort to exaggerating the work that Baron has put into securing this book. Put, let's say, 80% of the credit on his shoulders, and maybe 15% or so on you as the one who has actually retrieved it. Hopefully, with Baron being busy with Aurela and trying to seize control of it, that would be sufficient, that he would merely laugh at your impudence, but wouldn't have the time or the desire to go and slap you around. Not much profit for the family, but it would put your name out there, hopefully. Again, the risks should be rather low. I need to measure timing, and I would need to contact some, well, actually mother-in-law most likely, to pass on the message. We will need to come up with our own story to ensure that it is heard first, Barons. But I think I can organize it rather easily. The third plan, and the most fun one, would be to screw Baron Okoye fully and completely. Now, it is likely that he will indeed gain control of Aurelos this time, but Jack has said the same thing 2 months ago, and look where that got him. Out of the sea. In any case, his success does seem to be very likely right now, and with that it is likely that he will not be a baron any longer. And that would be a problem for them. The only way, however, that we can gain maximum benefit, while removing all of the blame, is to ensure that Baron loses the book after it has been returned to him by you.
So let me just get this straight. I return the book. He gets it, and then I somehow steal it back from him.
Try again. Be more subtle.
I give him the book. He gets it. In an event of unfavorable events, he loses possession of the book and its whereabouts.
While you conveniently close enough to it. Yes. As your father has explained to you, this book would be highly sought after by any foreign force. We do, of course, have spies in the Union that could be informed of the book's whereabouts. Considering the Union's interest in Orella, it's highly likely that they will send a task force to retrieve the book. If we play our cards right, the Baron's forces and the Union's forces will be sufficiently damaged that you will be the only one capable of retrieving it. After which, since Baron has proven himself incapable of safeguarding the book, it will be your right to return home, so that we may pass on the book to the Emperor and gain all the credit for its return and retrieval. This is, however, a highly risky plan, both because while I can ensure the Union gets there, I cannot ensure the forces they will possess. And even so, from what I hear, you currently rather lack the resources to ensure the book ends in your hand. After all, it would be most important for you to require that book. If, however, you manage to pull that plan off, then that would indeed be an achievement worthy of the gift. I think it will be best for you to consider your options, what you need for them, and perhaps to return to us with a more fleshed out proposal, if you require our help for it. I'd like to know what exactly you need and why we should give it to you. After all, currently you are not just our son, but a man on a quest, and it is a man's duty to see that quest through.
I'll have to ponder upon this.
Well, there is time, for even if you are to return the book to the Baron immediately, you cannot part today. That will not match your supposed trip to Helios, or Kalkitiki, more exactly.
Come again? Sorry, you were a bit cut off.
Which part?
Like, you can't leave today, and then...
Because even if you return to Baron, you need to match your arrival as if you took the trip to Helios.
Isn't that...
Is
isn't
that
Helios closer?
impossible?
Again?
Isn't Helios closer?
No, it's pretty much the same distance. No, wait.
No,
Nope.
it's way
Yeah,
closer.
it's way closer.
It's this
Yeah.
whole jump in between. It's like
I'm late already.
You're late already. You should
More-
have returned by
more
now.
probably.
Well, assuming you got it immediately.
Right, but I'm not leaving currently. I still have my family dues and congratulations to give. I am planning to see Julian and his newborn today.
All right.
Out of character, I assume I can't see Victoria because she's going through hell.
It would not be advisable to meet her in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Better for me. Well, those two plans seem... Well, 3 plans seem solid. I'll have to ponder upon these. If you'll excuse me, I'd like to think about them on my own.
Jack kind of like holds on to you and goes, "A reminder, son. Of course, we cannot provide any resources for you free of charge, since you are currently not officially tied to us, but you are at home, which does mean that you might be able to use your own connection or acquire things that you would not be able to acquire in other place. In case you're feeling brave."
Indeed. Indeed. Thank you. Now, if you excuse me, then he'll take his leave.
You're excused.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the crew. Like playing cards or whatever, I don't know.
that sounds like a good option, yeah.
Or just remodeling the room, deciding where to put the sofa.
So like your crew is currently like going, "Alright, I see you zombie and I put my vice to it. He has 2 attack and 3 defense. And his ability to summon another zombie with him."
Hello again.
Miles. Finally back. Okay. How's yours? How's your
No,
family? How's
just-
dinner? Or breakfast, I mean.
Breakfast, just splendid. Let me cut to the chase. We might want to expedite our business here with you, Dalu, and with Linnell, though even perhaps delay it. There's not much use of the book to my family, it seems.
Oh,
So,
okay.
So we fucked over the Baron for nothing.
fucking over is a strong word. I do plan on returning it to him.
You can't even learn anything about it from them. Like, how do they know that it's useless?
It's not per se useless, but even my parents lack the how should I say, the knowledge to extract the knowledge and use it for their benefit. So that would be something that my grandmother, my great grandmother might have. But I'll be frank. There were some options that were presented to me. The first one is me or someone from our family returns the book themselves to the Emperor, which doesn't really get the Baron off my case. The second one is, of course, returning the book to the Baron, which I am inclined to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And the third and most nefarious one of them all is basically returning the book to Baron and making sure he loses it while we conveniently take it back. Then my family returns it to the Emperor. And that way we can have all the credit and not have the Baron on our back, on my back. However adventurous that sounds, I am with Bobby and Lance with a previous note of not fucking over someone who helped us. So I'm for just returning the book. Nothing more.
And what will
Yeah.
you tell the Baron about the delay?
I'll think of something.
I'll make sure he doesn't ask me.
I hope he doesn't.
Are you intent on trying to tell him a story? Would it be too dangerous or too much of a sign of weakness to tell him that your youth got all over you and you tried to grab an opportunity by its tails or horns or whatever, and you see that you've made a mistake, you owe him a favor?
Along the lines of truth is the best lie. If I know Red Dawn culture, and I somewhat know, then, out of character, would Miles think that just saying the truth to the band would just get him outright killed?
Will depend heavily on how you present it. You have good reasons, like, you not being a vampire right now is playing in your favor. If you were a vampire, he would have killed you.
Yeah.
But you're not a threat yet. If you can prove to him that you're remaining a known threat, then it could work. Similarly, lying to him and him finding out that you tried to fuck him over and kept him quiet, again, it's highly unlikely he's gonna go after you personally, because he's a busy man. But if he does, well, you're gonna wish it was Captain Saban.
Mm-hmm. Right, so knowing something about Red Dawn Order, I don't know if that would work, but I'll give it some thought.
Well, I'm assuming on the option now is, as you say, hurry here. But it makes sense to me, as you say too. leave all of that. Leave out the potential hurt towards the Baron and so on.
And I'll admit to whoever told me, and they can tell me so, you were right, I was wrong. And he looks particularly at Bobby.
I was right, you were wrong.
You don't
I'm
seem to
very
savor it
surprised.
much, don't you?
I would have savored it more if you had listened to me.
But then you didn't get the chance to say I told you so. Oh.
Trust me, it feels better if someone listens to your advice rather than when they don't. And you get to tell them, I told you so. I'm not enjoying this.
Thank you.
I only hope that you can come up with an explanation that satisfies the Baron.
As I said, I'll try and think about something, if I'm not just outright going to spill all the beans. But we should probably expect to leave here, not today, but perhaps the day after. Well, either tomorrow or the day after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you want any real... Oof. Yeah. It's gonna be a tough sell right away if you are trying to lie to him. With the distances and the time that's gonna be required, we will have to have had a lot of difficulty on Chalkidiki, I presume. If you go that route.
It practically doubles the estimated time that we were supposed to come back.
Yeah, I mean, we can try to take a shortcut and see what the wind, if the winds are generous. But yeah, that's about it.
No need to risk the whole crew. If things go south with the Baron, I'm only the one. I hope I'm the only one who takes the consequence, as the captain. Right. If excuse me, I need to see my what is it in English? Niece?
Your niece, yeah.
Nephew. It's a boy, you said? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I need to see my new nephew.
New? He was born?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, congrats.
Thank you. I will.
If that is a joyous occasion, I presume so.
Oh, it is. No, it's for the nephew and for my sister and for her husband. Yes, it is. I just
Your head
yeah,
is somewhere
I'm
else.
happy. Yes.
Go ahead. Oh, it's been very restful in comparison to chilling on. Never mind.
So, Miles, off you go.
One last thing. I do wish Will was really focused on this conversation because maybe he might have something to add, but
I have no idea how much I wish for that.
I know. But the third option, the most nefarious one, where we give the book back to Baron and well, we try and retrieve it, involves perhaps involves us stopping the Baron from taking over Orello.
Okay, go on.
Just gonna put that out there. And troops from Helios will Helios I forgot their name. What's the Union?
Soul.
So forces from the Union might come and, with the right intel at the right timing, intercept his taking of Orello.
Are you really sure about this? If you're going to worry so much about what the Baron can do, this talk of Orello then seems way too big for us.
Indeed. Like I said, I'm all for just returning it and without doing anything else that involves us.
Right, well, look, I'm not disregarding the idea about what you want to do to the Baron. I'm gonna be frank. I'm not particularly comfortable with any of these people. I was paranoid last night. I feel like I'm surrounded by predators. I just not that. No offense. You want to be one? Fine. I'm just going with what everyone else said. What Lance and Bobby said. And I do agree. If it brings a lot of attention, bad attention by someone that powerful, then So just making sure. It's a bit of a conflict of interest there, as the pot wasn't. Yeah. So why are we so worried about what the Baron? If you're going to do that with Arello,
I don't have any strong feelings about Orello being taken over by either the Union or the Red Dawn Order. But maybe some of you might. But that's all. I just put it out there. It seems that I was wrong.
Well, you know the Baron and who would use who would use the area better. You know the implications a bit more. I'd say with the knowledge of your people. A bit of they're all kind of the same to me. It's not why I came here. Don't have a strong opinion on the matter, but it depends of what you think of that Baron. That's all that really matters.
It's also right to admit and accept that this thing is much, much bigger than what you can handle at the moment. And that would bring you into leagues of big players that you are not yet equipped to play with.
What guys, don't you wanna by complete chance get involved into a war between three opposed factions and it means to liberate a city and give it back to the people?
See, the thing is, I'm agreeing with Bobby mostly, but as I said before, we have to, if we're assuming that we have this powerful book, kind of maybe less powerful for some reason your parents don't want it. We could be a big player right now. We've got this strange thing.
I mean, if you're honestly worried about what this book can do in the hands of the Baron, we still have another option.
You want to say destroy the book?
No, I don't think we can.
Oh.
Or we should. That's not for us to decide. We could give it to the Academy.
No thanks.
I think of the Academy and I think of that weirdo Grant. Doesn't sit well with me. That option.
I mean, their whole game is to take away big, bad, evil tools of destruction from the big, nasty players and hide them away, isn't it? Isn't this book such a thing? Doesn't it qualify?
Yeah.
We could
The
also-
academy
If
did
you
help me.
trust
You're
that
correct.
intention, then yes.
Honestly, I want to get rid of the book and be done with that chapter because I dislike being thrusting myself into the ranks of any faction. But if your consciousness starts to weigh in, then I think the academy is a choice to be considered.
That's practically a death sentence, not only for me, but for my family.
Then let's stop talking about it and we bring it back to the Baron and be done with that.
Agreed.
I mean, none of us feel comfortable with it. I never felt comfortable having this thing here around us because we don't know what it is. So maybe just give it to someone who cares about such things.
Just to hear your thought on this idea with the Arello was to go with your family's idea.
It would most benefit my family and get the Baron off my back.
Mhm.
And I would immediately be eligible for the gift.
Okay, a lot of good sides. From what you said, it did seem like everything goes out the window for what we have. What we could gain? I mean, well, how do you know the Baron's off of our back again?
Well, we will give him the part of that plan is giving him the book and then snatching it after he has an encounter with other forces without him knowing.
Oh, okay.
Or without him surviving. Saying that,
All right.
yes, there is a lot to gain, but there's a lot to lose, and even if we gain all of that and everything goes smoothly, it does feel wrong to backstab someone who has helped you. Even if it is with a few more steps removed from you.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with helped you when we would have all been dead otherwise, I think.
Mm.
Well, maybe not Bobby in that thing of his, but the rest of us.
I wouldn't really bring in honor and all that here too much. Seeing as there's a lot of backstabbing here, and he was gonna take care of that place anyway.
Can we stop entertaining this idea of meddling in those things? Because we're not equipped to do that. Can we just get rid of this fucking thing and be done with it, please?
Look,
No.
Bobby, I agree with you, but come on.
No, I don't
I'm
think
not
it's
the
worth
only
having the
one
discussion.
that is also about gain in their head. I've come here for one reason, but there's a tantalizing, pull by, like what we could gain from it. If only we knew
We
what
don't
was
gain
in this
anything
book.
from it. Only Miles would gain anything from it. There's nothing for us here, except for trouble.
Oh, maybe trouble's not bad.
This kind of trouble is bad.
I can picture it. I'm picturing it going well. I'm trying to be optimistic. I may be thinking about it too much from my perspective. Trouble also pulls in new people, could get attention. You guys are the ones that made me think that getting attention was better than hiding myself. So like, go straight to the people I'm looking after. I'm just feeding the thoughts here. I'm not saying yes nor no.
All right, I'm out of this conversation.
Okay.
I already said what I wanted to say, and if either the captain does the wise thing or I'm leaving this crew because I'm not going down that road.
It's the sensible option. If only we knew what this book was. But yeah.
Ask the academy. Ask someone who knows. Ask the Baron. He knows.
That to Miles. Leave that to Miles. I only know the academy, and I don't even know them that well. They just helped me out once in finding Lance. So
I
that's
mean,
Miles'
Lance
decision.
has had good reasons to leave the academy, so I don't know. But, well, fuck it. I already said what I wanted to say. Let's not go down a suicidal road and just
Hey guys,
tackle things that we
look,
can actually tackle.
rabbit hole.
Why don't we just see that bin right over there? You just throw that in the bin and we just walk off. No.
It's also
Okay.
a lot of trouble in and of itself.
Yeah. Okay, we go. So, unless you change your mind, I guess we're going to the barn straight away, Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is that the crew decision?
Mm-hmm. Windmill's like here, but I want to liberate Orello. Too bad you're not here.
And so off you go to get rid of this side quest once and for all. I assume, Miles, you do inform your parents of your decision.
Yeah, I'll quickly just go congratulate Julia and see the. You gotta
right.
see the baby.
Sorry, I forgot about
Seeing the baby.
All right. So
Here's another motherfucker who wants to put me down.
Right.
Is that the baby's perspective, or is that the baby?
No, Julian,
Oh,
the baby's father.
and the baby sometime soon too, maybe.
So
Give it 20 years.
you go into like whatever like wing where Victoria's and Julian's like location to be. Like there are not enough servants to ask around, and like before you manage to reach the room, actually you basically like see Julian like walking down the hallway with both of his older children like moving along, like holding him by the hand, and then he notices you, stops. The kids kind of like notice you and like hide behind him a little bit. Julian like looks at you. Well. Look what the cat has dragged in. Oh, Miles.
And it's soon. Hello, Julian. And I won't be here for long. Just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you. Children, do you remember Uncle Miles? You didn't like tell me how old they are, actually.
We can mathematically work that backwards with the dates, but no, I didn't.
Love your
when did Victoria come
thorough
back?
backwork.
No, not Maria. Victoria came back at year 465, and right when she returned, she started having babies.
So the oldest is 5 at most.
Yeah.
So the oldest baby, which I assume on your family tree left to right, is the older.
Yeah, Lucas is the oldest one, and Stella is the
little Lucas
middle one.
Can like walks behind like his father's leg and goes, "Hello, Uncle Miles."
Hey, Lucas, how you doing?
He kind of like smiles and hides again. Like Stella doesn't recognize you. You've been missing for a while, and she was what, like 3 when you left. So he's just hiding behind it. Julian goes, "Well, I suppose you do have the right to see your nephew, brother. Let me escort you."
Sure.
He kind of like holds the by the hand, like picks Stella up to accelerate the process a little bit. I assume you have met father and mother?
Indeed.
And how is your adventures going on?
Ongoing.
Nice. Well, it's good to see you in good health.
Likewise.
He brings you to the baby room, lets you in. Like multiple like maids in the room, like taking care of the baby of every need. Obviously, it's all richly furnished. The baby like drowning on all the educational toys and so on, despite being like a month old. Well, not drowning, but safely drowning.
He's like reading.
Yeah, he goes through the baby like going, "Oh, hello, uncle. I have been taught so much about you." No, it's a real human living baby. So it goes nothing. It's asleep. But it's like a tiny bean bag, basically, of pink flesh. Very ugly.
Oh, it has your chin, I believe.
Right. The baby is a bit palish gray, considering Julian's apparent background.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he is adorable. I will say that. Well, I don't want to disturb him or you. I'll take my leave. And good luck. If I heard the news correctly, you will need it.
Oh, I don't need luck.
Of course not. You calculated everything.
Good luck to you, however, brother.
I will need it.
Certainly will.
Now, kind of wave to the kids, like, bye. Like, be the creepy uncle for a second, then leave.
Bye, Uncle Miles.
Bye, Lucas.
Do you go find your mother actually, because your father is right about going to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. You like, find her at the office. She already like starting going through like basically mail for the morning. Like her sitting behind her crystal viewer, like wiping off the useless suggestions and dealing with all of it. There's like a bunch of servants with more reports and Lady Ruba, what do we do about this? Because she doesn't only handle the business; she handles some other things as well. She kind of notices your arrival, goes, "Wait a moment, son. I'll just be done with it." Finishes explaining what to do to one of the administrators, basically, like of the clerks. They rush off with the signed paperwork and removes her jewel glasses and stands up, fixes up the clothes a little bit. Have you come to a decision, son? Not here.
Yes.
He motions you like towards the balcony as the clerks kind of like slowly march out of the room. Go out to the balcony overseeing like the garden. The fountain in the garden that drowns out the conversation. Very convenient. Lowers her tone of voice and asks once again, "And your decision?"
I will be returning the book to the Baron with no further actions.
Have you considered your explanations?
I will think about something.
That is a dangerous approach to business.
Do you have something in mind?
I do. I do, however, also think that it is time for you to take your life into your own hands.
Of course.
There is more than one possible outcome for your quest, so long as it remains yours.
Right.
Very well, Miles. You may leave, and the family will await the news of humans. Oh, one more thing. Your father wanted to see you one more time before he goes to sleep. Do detain him, please.
I will. Goodbye.
Bye, son.
And I'll go look for Jack.
Um, you find him kind of like, basically like chilling in his room, kind of going. Right, Miles. No, thank you for care to walk with me for a bit.
Sure.
It's getting unpleasantly dried for my taste, but I think I have a bit more time in me. Oh dear. I am not fond of pickles. No, I just like never was, even when I was a human. This is a rather big pickle, isn't it?
Hmm. I would assume you would really like pickles. They take time to make.
Oh,
You
that
mean
is
just the
simply
right
the
specimen?
one of the very few ways I can enjoy cucumbers nowadays while understanding that it is a cucumber. Otherwise, it's just
Mm-hmm.
dust in my mouth. It's
Indeed.
quite a
Pickle?
yes, that is indeed quite a. Judging by the uh, hopeful and joyful look on your face, you've already met your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I am certain that she had a lot of life advice for you. And
Loving and embracing as always.
as usual, yes, she is very it, curt with her display of affection. No, I am not going to say this. Right. I've been putting a little bit of a thought in the conversation we had, and seeing as how Victoria has seemingly assimilated the gift as much as can for a period of time, and Julian hopefully following along shortly as he stabilizes, that part of the family business mostly covered for. I've asked around a little bit about these individuals come here with your crew, right?
Mm-hmm.
By Emperor, that man, that Robert, is a machine and a man quite impressive. Where have you acquired such a crewman?
Oh, well, it's a long story, but that's just a late progression that we had. We were in Chita Rilalin, and he was. Well, we found some interesting. What's the name of the ancient civilization?
Slavic.
Slavic. Found some Slavic tech there, and it was he was a guinea pig, I guess, but it benefited him, and he survived. And I knew him before he was that, but he is still Bobby inside. Robert, sorry.
I see.
And he is a very valuable crewmate and a friend.
Well, I am quite certain that Robert has found a good place to serve while afflicted by such a condition. After all, our family is not unfamiliar with individuals whose souls have been bound to inanimate objects. Other such accidents, workplace accidents, retirement policies. Yes, I've been thinking a little bit. Seems that you have been finding some direction with your endeavors. I hear all of the rumors, but I've been keeping track of the ship and where it has brought you. And, between the news and the words of our spies, I've been painting a rather curious picture of undertakings. You know that there is no requirement for you to follow the path of your sister.
There is.
Well,
I need to prove myself in the eyes of you and Mother.
you are a Ruber, and I have no doubt that as a Ruber you will succeed. Success is relative. And, well, I already have one Ruber child, the most Ruberist Ruber that has ever Rubered in the Ruber family, which makes it quite a handful. But while I sincerely hope that you will make yourself worthy of the gift, will accept it, and 100 years from now we will laugh about this, to think how naive we were, just so that we could laugh 100 years from now on. There are different paths to joining the bloodline. You could remain a questing knight. It is a path that the blood dragons believe to be the most honorable after all.
Perhaps. I do hope we look back on this 100 years from now and laugh.
Just seems to me that you've accepted this quest as a substitute to what you really wanted to have lost. would not be your success if you do not do it for your own sake. I already have a Ruba daughter. Before your duty to the island or the family, there is your duty to yourself. That is the first rule that has been given to us. Both as nobles and there isn't.
Thank you. Do tell Victoria I said hi.
I'd rather not.
Later, perhaps.
Hmm.
Much later. Like never later.
Well, you will be returning, will you not?
Hopefully.
Has that been the only business that brought you to Northchaffen? The book? We really missed some crucial parts of the conversation there, I feel.
There's a lot to discuss, but I'm afraid time is of the essence.
Very well, Miles. I shall eagerly await your return.
Farewell, father.
Farewell, son.
Okay, done with my duties.
Say again?
I'm done with my duties.
Alright.
I'll go back to the crew.
And let's take a break. And we're back. Alright, so Miles, you have said goodbye to Mother, have said goodbye to Father. His permission to clear airspace, and I assume go find your crew to pick up your stuff and return to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright. I don't think there's any point in dragging this out much longer, so you pick your stuff, you return to the ship, you go through all like pre-flight checks. If you need to buy any supplies, you're welcome to do so.
I have a question in advance. Yeah, we definitely need to buy new fuel.
Yes.
We're out. I have a question in advance about the charts.
Mhm.
If I've flown that
Yes.
place myself, is
Yes.
it then less than 1 month
Yes.
old? Oh, cool.
Can I buy a combat field uniform?
You don't have
I
one?
need armor.
Okay, sure.
Well, I lost it somewhere and I didn't have the time to buy it, so
How many spare components do we have? Spare parts.
There were some on the Grappler, but not much.
Or what kind of spare components?
Like spare parts.
Yeah,
like,
the spare parts item from, I think, general equipment, like field equipment or something like that.
yeah.
Basically, mechanically, Robert needs those things for his robo mode maintenance.
Yeah.
To be honest, all of the ship grade stuff that was used during the
shipgrade.
repairs when I know, but the other stuff, I don't have any notes of that.
I have
that.
6 that I stored away on the ship. I'm not sure if they remained when we got sacked.
That remained.
Okay. It would be cool if we can buy some more. Like, I don't know. How many do we need? Like 50 or something? Just to have like a sufficient storage. That would also help me with.
Yeah, of course. Done today, the 8th.
Today is 2nd.
What?
2nd of October.
2nd?
Yes.
You sure?
Maybe. I don't know. Wait a moment.
Because
no,
wait, we might be on time
I think I
then.
missed a week.
I think you did too. I think you missed the second travel,
Yes, I did.
which took another 6 days.
So then it would have been 7th, and today would be
When we
8th.
arrived?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. I will buy new fuel.
Just also just to announce this doesn't cost me anything, but since I mastercrafted a mag pistol, I can craft 1 mod on it for free.
Mhm.
And I will craft the boosted mod, which gives me a +2 on damage rolls.
Jesus.
And it will take me 14 days to craft it.
Isn't this what you crafted on your way here?
No,
No, I crafted the weapon on my way here.
Okay.
That took like 14 days.
The mod itself that is free still takes time. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. How much do your your parts cost? Do you know? Or done
50,
what
50
cost
per
if-
one thing, 50. One item, 50 credits.
Oh, that's not a lot. How many do you want?
Ideally like 50, so we have a supple supply.
Yeah, sure.
So basically needs
50.
500 worth of spare parts for a maintenance cycle.
So that's 5 repairs. I think that's completely sufficient. I either need to repair.
You need 500 worth or 50 worth?
I need 500 worth per repair.
And one thing costs
50.
5.
50.
One thing costs 50. Okay, 50 times 50. Okay, good.
So like
2,500.
Yeah.
5 times 10. Yeah.
And once we're done, once I'm done crafting the boosted mod, anyone who wants me to craft either a master crafted weapon or would like me to install some mods on their weapons, please let me know because
Bobby, not Bobby, Lucas,
Yeah.
you are
Yeah.
incorrect. The Mastercraft weapon does not allow your first mod to be free, as in you don't pay for it. It means your first mod requires no maintenance. You still need to pay for building the mod. It just means it doesn't
sorry.
count for your maintenance score.
Oh, okay. Then I would like to get the parts which I think
Okay.
are.
Yeah, how much does the boosted mod
okay.
cost? You can just. What?
2,000.
Sorry. Okay. thank
So
you.
that's
Oh, half
half
for you,
to
1,000.
1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And- yeah. Okay.
okay. Sorry, I misunderstood the passage then.
Also, in terms of time, what did I say? Where did you get like the time for building this mod?
It's somewhere in the chapter before the mod examples come. It's 1 week per fix level required for the mod, and it's a tier 2 mod which requires fix 2, so 2 weeks.
It takes 1 week per skill of the mod to build and install. So 2 weeks per fix to... Yeah, okay, fair enough. One correction, you now have an extra engineer on the ship. He can help you in half the time.
Ooh.
Because he does have like fix 1. So.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Then I have... How long do we travel?
You
Is it again
travel
2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I would say that we try and rush back, especially with our new maps. It's basically gonna... I would advise for me boosting it, and then it'll take us a total of like 4 or 5 days.
But
Instead of 2 weeks.
Instead of... It would
No,
be...
no. It will be 4 times per jump.
4, 8...
So it's gonna be
like 8 to 9 days.
1, 4, 4, 1. It's gonna be total 10 days.
Yeah.
Instead of
like 14.
Yeah.
If you want, or if you don't want, then
Is it risky?
whatever. It's +1 to difficulty, but we also have a -1 to difficulty.
No, -2.
Right, that's
So
where that chart is wrong. So it's easier than the last time
6.
still.
The difficulty becomes 8. I think it was 8 as well last time. Well, the difficulty is 8. I mean, he can fail it, but that's below his average roll, so he shouldn't.
I put my trust in you, Lance. When it comes to flying the ship, you're the best at it.
All right, so I can start on another mod if someone has already a specific mod in mind that they want on their gear. We should buy the components now so I can start working on it.
Yeah, just to say so I can detract the money now, basically. Dalu, if you want anything built, or Jamie, if you want something built for Dalu, rather.
No, I think Dalu...
Can we also flash back
like
to
it.
this moment and buy the components later? So
Sure.
if you're not sure at the moment what to get exactly, we can just flash back to this.
There you go, yeah, okay. Well, he'd probably go for just a mag pistol.
So Mastercrafted mag pistol?
I think so. Either that or a sniper or a Jezzail.
Okay, think about it, and then we'll just buy the components.
Sure.
There's no limitation to how many Mastercrafted weapons I can make, right?
Yeah. That's not that. I was like thinking about something because... one moment. Because... Sorry. I'm checking the character sheet. Wasn't there like... There was something like on your ability Oh no, you can like draw or holster your weapon as an on-turn action, right? That's because like on level 2 of Gunslinger, you can like load your weapon as an on-turn action, and that makes like one-shot weapons a lot more powerful because you can shoot them every round then. But not yet.
Also, Don, I have a question. Because our 6 month maintenance date has expired.
Yeah, it has.
So
Right. Yeah, it has expired.
this is a -1, right?
This is
All
a
our
minus
checks-
1, yeah.
All ship skill checks are -1
Oh,
now.
no.
Can we maintain the ship now here,
It
or
will-
do you want to do it
That
with-
takes a lot of time.
It will take a couple of weeks.
A
if I
week.
remember correctly. 1
It
week?
says a week for a frigate or cruiser, yeah.
What if we do it and then Miles has an excuse why we're late?
I mean,
It's
What if
technically
we
what
not
if
a
you
lie
don't
if
do
we
it
say
and then
we-
you have an excuse while he's late?
But then the ship doesn't look like it's had its maintenance, maybe.
But maybe we were late because we didn't do maintenance. But that would require Miles to lie.
I mean, he is good at that.
But if we maintain it now and you can get a message that we had to Okoye that we're
we just
going
need to
be
VPN.
late.
We need to VPN that message, so it seems like it's coming from Soul territory.
How long does the maintenance take?
A week.
Weeks.
1 week.
Oh, 1 week? Oh,
We're already on a time limit. I mean, what does a big minus on all skill checks?
I
What's
mean,
that gonna
worst
do,
thing
really?
wrong you get a slipstream mishap and you actually like take 5 times as long on a jump.
You know, maybe I roll an 8 now, and I roll an 8 now. It becomes a 7, and then we see what happens. That could happen. But difficulty 9 is still.
You also
not
need to
too
pay
high
for the
me.
maintenance. I hope you have the money.
We saved that money.
Good.
I put that aside.
Good.
Always let the Swiss handle the money.
Fuck you.
Well,
So what are we doing? No, I don't think we're taking maintenance personally. Like a week.
No,
is a
I don't
lot
think
of
we're taking
time.
maintenance. Yeah, we're late as is.
I mean,
The
time
good
to-
news, if you do reach Davis 4, you can take maintenance over there because they have the dock. And you can go like, hey, Baron, we're rushing so fast, we burned out the ship. Look at how we tried.
We can say we had slipstream mishaps.
can
It
say
is a
that.
possibility. It does
I
happen.
mean,
that-
Miles will have to lie in any case. The question is, what he's gonna lie about? Question is, what he's gonna lie about?
Yeah. I'm just taking this shit. Let's go.
I can't just do like imagine Okoya sitting in an office and I'm like, here you go, sorry for the delay, put the book, get out.
Yeah, Baron's like in Spider-Man movie, like, it's been half an hour, I'm not gonna pay for it.
So I just roll normally versus TC9, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Which is the same as applying a minus.
You bought
and I'll
you
start.
bought fuel, right?
Yes, I paid for 2
Yeah.
charges of
So,
fuel. I haven't put them
you
into the
take
ship
1
yet.
day to basically get from the island to the edge of Auric Bastion, and you jump, and you're rushing, not rushing, you're trimming the course.
Trimming the coals. Oh, this would be intelligence, not that it matters.
Jump! You jump! You spend 4 days in jump! And you arrive at Mermago! At the edge of Mermago on the 13th. 13th, you are Mermago.
Anyone before the last jump have any ideas what I should say?
Oh, no idea.
4 days, 13.
Unless you can bring up that the monks that, or you know, these peaceful people were actually violent, you know, just monstrosities.
Vicious.
And that we had to fight off
Violent.
hordes. Yeah, we had to fight them off. We had to fight zombies off. Yeah, I really don't. No, twice the time. Is it still twice the time, or do we retcon? It's actually a little less.
It's
'cause
a
of the
little
week.
less than twice the time.
It's a little less. Okay. So you've
Um,
got twice the time. Mm.
No, with the knowledge that I have about Baron Okoye and the position he is in, and the attitude that has been described, like I only have secondary knowledge of him. I haven't talked to him personally. What do I think would he be most susceptible to? Like, which lies would he believe? Is this intelligence
wisdom.
based or is not just wisdom?
Tenem, taking care of
9.
supplies.
Yes, we are at 40 at the moment. 40 days left.
I just
of
noticed
stuff.
I'm not going down. Token. Oh wait.
My calculator does
Yeah.
automatically.
Also,
that's
fuel
why.
is I think it's wrong.
I noticed it that second. Yes.
All right. 9. What would he be acceptable? Oh boy. You've never met him. It's pretty hard. What would he be? You think that he would be most susceptible to appearing as helpful as possible? Like you really tried your best.
Well,
Okay.
maybe
I'm
we
a
hurt
disappointment to my
ourselves.
family. How much of a disappointment can I be for him?
I will relay that information and tell him. That's the feeling that I get from what you have told me about him. My way to handle this would probably be not the right way. Or no, let me rephrase that. That would not be the way to remain alive. Because I would tell him the truth. That I was a fucking idiot. And I thought this is taking too long and I want to become a vampire now because vampires are fucking dope. And in a really, really bad case of misjudgment, I travel back to my family and ask them, and the wise beings that they are, they told you, what the fuck are you doing? Go back, you're stupid. And you realize, oh fuck, I'm stupid. And I came back.
So here's your book. Please be my vampire daddy now.
Or you said that there was a family emergency and you had to return home, but you should tell your parents about that lie first. Because I wouldn't be surprised if he had to check on that. If he were to check on this. Tell the truth. Or some form of it. Probably get you killed.
When we flew to Auric Bastion, do we mishap or something? We had a low roll, I remember.
No mishap.
You hit exactly
two
what you needed to hit. That was happening.
Yes.
Alright.
You could blame it on Lance that he had mishaps while flying.
I will not stand
That
for
would
this
be
lie.
Yeah, that would be nasty.
Just imagine Lance going, yes, I was extremely incompetent. I'm a bad pilot.
Nah. Dalu, any ideas?
I'm thinking. I'm really trying.
Could also say that
All that's coming to
you've
mind
been-
is trying to do subterfuge by us being maimed or saying there was violence. None of it makes any sense, and it puts eyes on Wineroll. I don't want to do this, so I have no idea. No idea.
Or
Violence.
you heard rumors about someone wanting to attack the Baron, and you chased them down and killed them.
Why are we
That's
supplying one lie with the worst
Oh,
lie?
the monks at Kalkidiki told you, we're gonna give you back the book only if you win against us in a drinking contest. And then there was a sex orgy, and then there was a drug orgy.
Then there was
this
maintenance.
okay? Okay, how about this? Is this area or around Chaldidiki, is it known for random attacks
No.
by thieves and the like? It's not.
That's a high security system. I mean, it's possible, but considering how I've been rolling, it hasn't happened so far.
We could implement, some group like the prisoners that we were with before, someone that really doesn't matter, and say that someone tried to rob us of the book because they saw us with precious cargo, found out, it's like, oh, what's this book? And then they went for it. And we had a huge issue of
We were attacked by a
dealing with
group of
thieves and
worms,
chasing us out.
bookworms. Sky
I
bookworms.
think I have perhaps a better lie. It is a lie nonetheless. But we took a few days, more than a few days, since they are rectifiers, to examine Bobby's new condition.
No. Don't involve me.
All right?
Well, no.
This is your problem. Fuck you.
Logically, it's not about that. It's what if he comes talk to me and says, "Is what the captain is saying the truth?" Then I will be fuck no.
Then there's also the case of an interest from him into you, Bobby. But I don't know. Maybe he's interested in your buddy.
I should not be involved in that lie. And I'm saying that based on logic.
Well, you shouldn't be involved in any form of lie.
Can we just say that we were caught up because our ship being in such bad shape, it took us so long to get here? And it's almost evident by the fact that our ship is, in fact, out of shape.
Maintenance takes a week. We could honestly...
We could lie and say we tried to rush back and we didn't repair the ship. Look how bad of a state it's in. It took us ages to get here just for you. We did it just for you. And we've got proof.
A banged up ship?
Yeah.
For someone who's really good at lying, I can't come up with a good lie right now.
It does appear to me that if I were in the shoes of the one being lied to, it would be better if it was somewhat truthful. If there was a tiny truth to it. It would carry the other lie, so it would go, oh, maybe that's also true. Yeah, that would be better. Now, I'm not a talker, but that's what I feel.
I have an idea. Everyone's always out there trying to get in front of themselves with apologizing and explaining why they have to apologize.
We took 2 weeks to do with it, bro.
Not quite like that, but you just say, here's the book. Sorry for the delay. You don't even mention why. And if he asks, you just say, one of the crew had an important personal matter. Which is technically true, It was an important personal matter for you to check out if your family could use this.
What a family function.
And to him, it might imply this was one of your crewmates who got their shits into something. And, so up front, you told them everything. To be honest, you told them there was an urgent personal matter. And that's it. You don't owe him an explanation. He'll get the book.
That's the most sounding one I've heard so far.
Yeah, you can also just be vague as fuck and all, and just say
Mhm,
it's
yeah.
longer than you anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that first.
I
yeah.
wonder if he really wants the details once he has the book in his hands. I mean, does it
That-
really matter?
That's also a good point. You can also say, I don't want to bore you with the details.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would,
yeah,
however.
So, when to Kalkiriki to
I
meet
might
those
take that the
sexy
wrong way.
monks. You know what?
He
I
might,
don't want to hear about that part.
he might take that the wrong way. Like
We didn't even have time to clean up our ship. Yep, alright. Like, just put the book over there. I'm gonna put my gloves on.
We will.
The pages
however,
might be sticky.
Imagine.
It is a sentient book after all.
We will need to fake. The one thing we definitely will want to do is fake our ship logs. However, that's possible. Because we do have, we have prior check. We know we've been to Chalkidiki and stuff like that. We've been to all of these places. We can probably forge something like that. I don't know how that works.
Can we?
You could
I
try.
don't know. I mean, it doesn't need to, you can just like, this is like when they have, instead of Facebook, there's, one thing isn't a real O. You just set up a phishing surface for other people to detect your logs, and it's just a fake until you find the real one underneath. Something like that, maybe? Just you don't effectively change it, you just make it seem to
Like
other
instead of
people
Facebook, it's like a fake book.
yeah, something like that.
Do you want to do that?
No, I like it.
I'm so happy that out all the material prepared.
bit of a
That's
chance,
like 1% of it.
Well, what do you think, Miles?
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
You're the fucking captain! Make a choice!
It's also your
Excuse
matter.
me, I did you hear something? I don't know. I thought someone was questioning my.
I think I heard
my
Ross and Abby
leadership.
get mad at something downstairs.
Dan, you weren't sure if you have enough content for the episode. We're making sure that you do have more.
And then
than
you're gonna complain to me that the story's going really slow.
No one complained about this.
Yeah,
When
sure.
we RP, who the hell complains?
How about? Okay, it's a bit of a chance, but I can do this. I've done it once before. I'm
Don't worry.
not
I mean,
usually.
what are the odds he's
for-
actually going to check them himself?
Yeah. No, I've done a bit of solo work, but I wouldn't be really breaking into places or getting past
well, the
people. I'll
odds.
try it. I'll try it. So long as you can back it up, try and make it look good. I think I've no doubt in that.
I'm counting on him even not checking that, but well,
How would I do a roll for that then?
Program.
Do I need like a just program?
Yes.
Okay, right. No, alright. That's fine.
Can
But I
I
needed some special tool or software as well.
Can I maybe like help him with like my surface knowledge of how it looks like on fight logs to a pilot, for example, on things he might send or so on?
Sure, you can try.
I will try to help.
Right. We'll try and be as accurate as possible here. See if you help me. Come on.
11.
Dal, you roll yours.
Can I get a +1?
Just roll, we'll see if you add +1 after that.
Okay, sure. Mm-mm. Hey, it's not bad.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
not bad at all.
Right. Remember that number.
Both or just
Remember
the
that
one?
number you
Both.
say? Okay.
Alright, you doctorate the logs. You're still in Mirmago. Do you jump to Rilalin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely.
We are rushing again, I suppose.
Whatever you'd like, Lance. Dan's gonna smack me.
Eat!
DC 9. Oh, here we go.
Oh
Ah, here we go. It's
Roll,
time.
roll, 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 roll.
Where
roll.
was it? Slip.
Yeah, press the button.
Oh!
All right.
Spend base time in transit. What's base time?
Is base time 2 days here if I was rushing it?
No, it's base time. So 6 days.
Oh, we're not a week late.
That's actually not a. Yeah. I know. This is actually a blessing in disguise.
It really is. Maybe we can keep that part in our ship logs where we get lost.
So you're like, hey Lance, why is this taking so long? Like you said, this is like the easy jump ever. It would be impossible for you to fail it. And you're like, shut up! And then you just,
All part of
where are we?
Well, at least I can finish crafting my weapon with this and start on working on the next
It is
mod.
19.
Yeah, you definitely can. I need to go 1 second.
Make another pilot check.
While in jumping transit, Miles is gonna drink himself to oblivion.
Make me physical saving throw.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
That's the 4 days, was it? Or
That's
8
a lot of
days?
days.
I don't remember.
6 it
Yeah.
was. That we spent in
I might run
transit.
out of booze before
Yeah,
we
what
even
do you
get
think?
to the other jump.
I'm rolling again.
Yeah,
Same
Same shit.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's 4 days. So 23rd, I need to make new news.
All his plans down the drain.
In. And you need to spend another day to reach the station.
Mhm.
Roll.
And now Aurello is under Academy control.
That would be very funny. Tax. Let's see. All right. Okay. As you are flying towards them,
Can we say that we got to fuel when we passed by the, when we came in, we get to fuel real quick and then we take the day's journey to
if
Davies?
you want to do that, that's gonna be an extra day.
Isn't that like 2 hours to go?
They are
I mean,
in
like
different
we.
regions. The refueling station and Davis 4 are in different regions.
Yeah, but don't we land where the refueling station is?
You never land
Is-
on
is-
on an island.
No, the refueling station isn't an island per se. It's where we jump from,
No,
so I assume it's also
definitely
somewhat.
not, because refueling station
Okay.
canonically
Then
is
no.
on the way to Helios. So you
Sure.
enter on the
Then
different
no.
space. Right.
Yeah, let's take another day and refill.
Either
'cause
way.
if we need to
then
run.
no.
Either way. As you are flying towards Davis, your scanners, radars, pick up an unidentified large chunk of earth, ground, rock, floating on your path. It is not on the charts that you had, but it is there.
Excuse me, what?
You fly, like, oh, that's rock. It wasn't here before.
But it's a huge landmass.
No, it's not a huge landmass. It's like a couple 100 meters across rock.
Is it like the size the station had? Or-
No, you haven't reached the station yet. It's just
But we're like in that transit
Yes.
time between the
Yes.
things. Dalo, can you scan that real quickly?
Yeah, could we scan
Sure.
what's on there?
You want me to do an
This
active
shouldn't
scan or a
be here.
passive scan?
Oh, active.
Active.
Sorry, Captain.
No.
It's just you didn't seem to be making calls so far, so I
Yep.
thought.
it's a rock.
It's rock.
So the thing is, basically, like this is one of those finally have happened events, and you can either just
Earth
fly by
denizens.
and just like, all right, here's a rock, we're gonna submit it with our charts, and that's pretty much it. Or you can spend some time to like actually scan the rock, and if you're lucky, it might have something valuable on it, which you can either report for larger bounty or maybe salvage yourself. But it will basically take you another day to do.
I mean,
Maybe
we're
you find
already
another diary
fuck
on that
late.
rock.
Do we have a day?
We're
No,
already late as fuck.
we're late.
Okay.
We are going to the boat.
Oh, I meant it. Does one day more or less make a difference? But that's
It's-
all. We can also
No, we will return.
we can
yeah.
mark this and maybe find it back. Or
Mhm.
if we,
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if that works on, or if this is like a traveling thing that we can't find again.
Well, if nobody
but-
else finds it, then yeah.
Okay, we can try and return in 2 days, I guess. Whatever
Mhm.
you choose, Captain.
We will return in 2 days. What date did we leave Shita-Rilalin?
23rd September or something, 24th.
Yeah, we've been a month. We jumped away. We left that station on the 23rd. We
On the
left
23rd?
Shikarilalin on the 24th.
And we're now on the 13th?
Today's the 24th
Yes.
of October. It's been a month.
Month,
A month
mostly
of
spent in
drinking.
transit.
Yep.
Wow, I'm for sure out of
I mean,
booze.
that's one way to catch up with real time.
Yeah.
Alright, so on the 24th, you finally, after having logged that rock's position, hopefully in your flight chart, you approach the beckoning docks of Davis Fort. They recognize your ship ID because you've been here before. You notice that the ships that Okoy have brought are not all there, but those that are there have been well repaired. Nevertheless, you do receive permission to land, or dock, more like, you can land here. And I assume you go through the process, dock at the station, and stand with trepidation in the airlock as Miles rehearses the lies he will speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The lies of Miles. Lies prepared by Miles. Specifically by Miles Falcoya. Miles lies. The gates open. You see one of Falcoya's mortal officers standing there, waiting for you, going. Good time of day. I'm here to escort you to Bernacoy.
Mm-hmm.
You march off through the station. It has been heavily refurbished since you last been here. All the debris is gone. The slaves are mostly gone.
Still slaves?
No, mostly gone. There are some of those faces you barely recognize because they are now after months of food and medical care. There are a lot less people around because, red people got captured or killed, and ghouls aren't people. But those are going around and speaking in ghoulish to each other, and they carry stuff. You are brought basically into the same barracks area, which there. Barnacoy seems to enjoy irony as he has occupied Miles' quarters, converted them into an office with some great adjustments.
How fitting to die in this
Yeah.
room.
Are you going in alone, Miles, or with company?
Yes. You don't know I'm going in alone.
No. You knock. You receive permission to enter. You enter. You see a dark face of Bernacoy who looks up at you.
Greetings.
Does
I put the thing. Hey, does he have a table? I don't know.
have a table, you know, he's a vampire, not a table
Not a barbaric.
abolitionist, I don't know.
So it's a human acting like a table.
Yes, of course.
Oh, right.
It's Meltadius.
Yeah.
It's Meltable.
I would actually like that.
No, Meltable. Meltable is not here.
No, Melty is the chair.
You step on the rug. It's kind of squishy and squeaky, and you look down, and it's still not Miltadius.
To make this even worse, it's not Maltadis is the chair. Maltadis' face is the chair.
Mm.
Right. So you put like the whole iron box on the table.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah.
Yeah. McCoy kind of glances at it. Oh, you, Mr. Uber. So you have finally returned.
Indeed. And you may inspect it yourself.
Ah,
I'm sorry for the delay.
souvenirs for the whole Okoya family, which is only me. It appears to have been unsealed.
Indeed.
Care to elaborate on that?
Well, the delay is partly because of that. Some interesting eyes try to pry in, but nevertheless, you retrieve it and it's here.
He kind of begins opening the case and investigating the book. He's really smart. Makes sense. I am not a specialist in the matters of arcane, but it does indeed appears to be the book in question. Very well done. You are saying there has been some complications. Have you dealt with them?
Most certainly.
Roll a talk check.
Praise the gods.
Is this negotiation? No.
Is it only negotiation, or what's this sentence say? Diplomacy.
Nope, it is straight up lie.
I mean, it's not really a lie. They have been dealt with.
Well, talk works for lies and persuasion.
I know, I'm kidding.
Okoye, like, puts his finger over the edge of the box. I see. You have been missing for almost double the duration I have expected. And that must have been one hell of a problem.
There were a few. We actually got off course at one moment.
Ah, you have gotten off course. I see. Well, if that is what you are telling me, then who am I to doubt my very good friend Miles Ruba?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm really tense. Should sit her down and her legs. Oh, looking at your face and the dark circles under your eyes. A bed feels like more appropriate furniture. Speaking of, This is sound really rude. I did not think about furniture when I was going to ask you about the well-being of our good metallic friend that you have rescued from our ship. Has he been
Who?
in good health? The man in the armor.
Oh, Robert. Yes, he's been in good health, so it seems. He is in quite an interesting state, I might say.
He
It seems that
removes the book. Puts it away.
seems like there's a sort of spirit within that contraption.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Has that been involved with the problems you've been mentioning?
Robert? No, he's not connected to it.
Well, you have my gratuity for having fulfilled that task and retrieved their book in complete safety and a relatively short amount of time.
Well, again, sorry for the delay, and I hope you remember to give in a good word for me as well.
Oh, I will. I am certain after the situation at Aurela has been handled, I will be going around and greeting a lot of people. I will never forget you, Michael. Just a joke. Do not worry.
Entertaining indeed.
Yes. I hope you will be staying to celebrate this retrieval. You do deserve a very good rest.
Actually, I must be on going. We still have some private matters of the crew to attend to, and time is of the essence.
I can't see that. Very well, Mr. Aruba. I hope there is time for us to cross our paths again. If you are ever traveling past Orella, I hope our soon to be established office will always be open for you. And our mutual friend is sending his regards. He is finally out of the prison.
Who?
Ah, you are breaking Elijah's heart, Miles. Your memory is
Elijah.
worse
Okay.
than mine, and I am
Why
a
was he-
very
why was
old
he-
man.
Why was he in prison?
Because I have put him in that prison.
Wait, okay. Isn't Elijah working with the Baron?
Yes.
And he was put in prison?
Yes.
When was it? What? When?
Watch the
Because
news.
he was. Yes.
Okay.
It appears you are far more tired than I have originally estimated.
Indeed.
I keep occasionally forgetting that you are not yet arisen. I will not delay you any longer. You have already spent far more than was supposed to be spent time. Go take your rest.
Thank you, Baron. And I hope the Emperor is pleased with your mission.
I will find out.
And I'll take my leave.
Alright, take your leave.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
So you speed walk
Let's go maintain.
back into towards your
Let's go.
crew.
No, I'm not suspicious. Hell no.
Right. What's the
Let's
plan?
go maintain maintenance and all that. Yeah.
Where are you going for maintenance?
If we're not jumping, we
Need to
can
refuel
also,
anyways.
well, yeah, we can also check out that rock,
True.
Oh yeah.
and then we could try maintenance on Orello, or we can jump first, if you guys want.
Where would you-
The rock is nearby.
Is there a different kind of how do you say it in English? Garage, like where they take care of your car. Yeah.
Mhm.
So is there a different kind of reputation for certain garages in different systems?
Yes, the one with the racing has the best garages. It's also across the map.
Okay.
Or maybe not. I'm sure Horizon also has, I think, like, what's it called? Menschheim or so. It's also
As long as I'm there, it won't make a difference.
very true.
True. It's not the facilities, it's the hands that work on the ship.
Or the half robot. The Robobot makes the difference.
The cyborg.
Yeah. Yeah, call this the dwarves, and really that's it.
Okay.
The dwarves in Menschheim or other
No.
dwarves?
I'm talking about I'm talking about the dwarves that Orella
The
wanted
rogue
you
dwarves.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Menschheim, like I mean,
Well,
Menschheim has good
Thorm?
stuff, but like
Not that level. Okay.
they're not. Let's put it that way. It's high tech. It's not specialized. Basically.
Yeah, let's go check the rock.
Well, The Rock is
No, I
currently
don't.
starring in another jungle movie.
Excellent. I mean,
Seeps into everything.
All right. Yeah, if you want to find The Rock, I'll need you to try and locate it again, which will be another
Program.
All right.
I'm just glad that it seems that we're off for it, but wait for this scan results. We'll just see.
Should be +2,
why?
12. I thought it was active scan. Just
We're
there.
active.
I could do the other one.
But active doesn't give you +2. Active removes the -2
it gives a
modifier.
plus. It doesn't it give no. Doesn't it give a +1 for our size? Or a +2 for our size?
This is
Since we're a frigate?
slightly different. This is just a skill check.
Oh, okay. Well, I only did it last time, so it's just 10 now.
Well, 10 is good enough. So you do locate your rock. As a reminder, it's about like half a day away from here. So
Sure.
you go there.
Yeah.
You go over there.
I assume so.
You find it rock. You match your speed so that you currently floating next to the rocky. And you need to spend basically like a day like scanning it and probing it, or maybe like going down in your bug suits and just punching the rock really angrily. I don't know.
Do you mean vac suits?
Yes.
That's what spells are for.
Sure. Yeah. I do need. Let's call it notice intelligence from whoever is helming the process.
Can I help that person by piloting us to optimal spaces and making sure everything goes as smoothly as possible in those transitions
Sure.
with my piloting
Sure,
skills?
sure.
Seems like Bobby will be the
I
best.
might have the best chances due to my intelligence, I think.
Go for it.
Is there help coming?
I rolled 13,
Ooh.
probably helping. Probably.
I mean, yeah, barely. I think 13 is like
Barely.
I mean,
Okay,
that's
so
like
that's a
barely above average. I
minimum.
think.
That's a plus one,
Yes.
right? Okay. Notice intelligence. 11.
Yes. Like, are you like going out there in Boba mode, or are you saving up?
I did post about the pressure field, yeah.
And technically,
I'm
like
giving that.
in Boba mode, you don't need a pressure field, but pressure field will
I assumed.
help you if you don't want to use a Boba mode. Because frankly, since you don't have the proper stuff installed, you can't levitate with body in either.
No, I think I will go as my normal.
Rhino
self.
mode.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can like establish like that drop-off point between ship and rock, and you calibrate the sensors and send like down, basically like throw chunks of rock at it to like see how it hits and whatever, and what stuff falls off. And to your great pleasure, you find out that this chunk of rock is quite wealthy in quartz, in like mineable quartz. Now, while your ship isn't really equipped to mine, because they don't have any of the mining fittings, can't mine it yourself, it does mean that you can, like next time you go by a station, sell your chart of this rock basically for a bounty.
Sweet.
Nice.
Question. As Robobob,
Mhm.
I can smash through walls.
Bubba smash!
Can I misuse this ability to mine? Probably not, right? That's pushing it a bit.
I mean, how many weeks do you want to spend here?
Yeah, that's good. That's a fair point. Well, okay.
Bubba.
Alright. So after having investigated that rock, which took you like another day, what's your destination? Are you going back to Red Order because you haven't solved any of the reasons you went there for?
Actually, maybe we'll go somewhere else. No.
I am going to murder you.
I kind of lost track on how many days we have traveled. How many days in total have passed since we left Miles's home?
4 plus 6 plus
This is
4.
4 days, 6 plus
16.
4.
16.
So 16 minus 7 for the... So 9 days for crafting whatever. God fucking damn it, I'm blanking.
Weapon?
Dalu wants to have. Yeah, probably master crafting a weapon for him.
Hello. What did you want to buy? Craft.
He doesn't know yet.
I think it's just a good backup of Mac pistol.
Okay, then can Og also help me with crafting master crafted weapons?
So, I don't remember. I think so.
Then it would already be done, and I could get 2 days in for crafting a first mod on it. Do you also want the damage mod?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm detracting another 4k for the pistol
Oh,
itself,
Mhm.
and then 1k for the damage mod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so yeah, like you need a week. Yeah, you
Thanks,
need a week to
Bobby.
build a weapon. Yeah. With
Cool.
assistance.
Then I have 2 days locked for crafting the mod on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, where are you going?
Do we wanna maintenance before we jump or after we jump?
After we
Go.
jump, but we need to refuel.
Where do you maintain?
Yes. Yes, that is an excellent question. Where do we
basically,
maintenance?
so like you could maintenance at Davis 4, but you seem really insistent to leave. You could go maintenance at Arella if you think that's a good idea.
No.
No, it's an excellent idea, actually. Don't you like
But
trouble?
those are the only places in this system where you can maintain a ship.
Yeah, but other places have other. Really?
Yes, I think it's
Not
fun
getting
there. It's fun there, I
anywhere
think.
out of the system?
I don't know. We can also be.
Maybe somewhere in Mirmago or Ostic Bastion? Any
don't-
place other than here.
Wasn't Mirmago only the prison shit?
Yeah, but then...
Well, no. There are
No, it was
some
also
other
the
places.
peasants, I think.
If they have, we can also go there.
But you are correct in the part where, for you, Mirmago is basically pretty much completely off limit.
Yep.
Because like you're not
Okay.
landing on the prison, you're not landing on the resort for the rich VIPs, and the last planet is shitty.
Is that where the guy kind of fucked us over with the Gucci bags? What was it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Was that in
Yeah.
Mirmago?
yes,
Yeah,
Was that
Yeah,
small
we just did it.
island?
yes.
yeah.
Ah, that Gucci bag. fuck.
That Gucci bag fucker. Yeah.
Do you want to go visit
I mean,
him?
we could check in on him and see how he's doing.
Sure.
We gave him money, and
Yes,
it's
no.
always good to follow up on a thread.
Did you say thread or thread?
Thread with a T.
Okay.
With a T. Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, where are you going for maintenance? Assuming you're going for maintenance.
I say Osik Bastion, so we're just on the way to
Orello.
solve Dalu's stuff.
I don't
Why?
care.
Hello? Tiebreaker?
That's Dalu will want to go for his
Yeah, for Osik
continuous
Bastion.
search.
What's the reasoning for Orello?
It's close. It's natural to see what kind of disasters have happened here. You know.
I don't know yet.
We don't need to know today. We will find out. But we can go to the Auric Bastion, whatever. Let's jump to
Yeah,
more
let's
times.
go to Auric Bastion.
We need to buy new fuel.
Right, so that's a
Mhm.
day you
Yeah.
spend going to the refueling station.
Actually, I'll spend. How much does booze cost?
I don't know, check the
Smiles
book.
is probably out of it.
Mm. I will let you know that maybe it wouldn't be bad to go to Arello or somewhere else first. I will have to go in about 20 minutes. I don't want to leave you hanging if it's something that I'm supposed to talk about, you know. Though just going around and drinking and finding out what the place is also an option.
He needs to roll for that, I think.
Okay.
No, we're going to Ostic Bastion.
All right,
Captain's
great.
orders.
That's good
That's
for
what
me.
I want to do
The
anyway.
good news is... No. Oh, fuck, because now your difficulty is 7, so you do need to roll for it. Right? 7 base, minus 2 for the
Isn't
charge, plus
it-
1 for the distance makes it 6, but because you have a minus 1, it's a 7.
Oh, don't we need to sell the thing?
Though,
The chart?
by the rules, minus 1 doesn't apply to the doesn't apply to the difficulty, it applies to your check. So the difficulty is technically 6.
Technically, we don't need to
Yeah,
roll.
technically you
yes.
don't need to roll. I'm gonna say with a minus 1 minus you don't need to roll. Unless you wanna roll.
No, it's fine. But
Do we need to sell the...
Can we sell this set as our data at the refueling
Oh, yeah.
station, maybe?
Yeah, let's sell it.
1 second. So for the crystal deposit you get 10 times the bounty, which puts you at 10,000 credits.
Nice, free money.
Yeah, that's good.
You will like it. Well, not quite like it, but like it. Alright. Miramago?
Yes, so,
Mhm.
so plus
Yep.
6 days, huh?
And that finishes the pistol mod.
Alright.
How many days did October have?
Which mod? Did you decide which mod you're building for him?
Boosted for his weapon as
Oh, okay.
well, so it's also plus 2 damage.
And
boost.
1,000. Did you pay money for the pistol and the credits? Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so 6 days you are back in Miramago, which puts you at... How many days
1st
in
of
October?
November?
Fuck, 31, right?
Yeah, I think it's the 1st of November, yeah.
1st of November, yes.
Yeah, there's 30... Yes, and then another 6 for Auric Bastion.
So 7th of November, Auric, Bastion. And are you going back to Narshafen?
Okay, so we're not Bastion, but where is your connection, Dalu?
In Silver Pinnacle?
Wait, what? We
What?
would be
I thought-
traveling
wait,
here in that
No,
case.
so we want, yeah.
Why did we get the
So we would be
destination?
traveling
Well,
I
Well,
was
let me
under the
check.
since nobody remembers asking me specifically about this, so his connection is on Lamia in the Silver Pinnacle system. Lamia is a planet of female femme fatale
the female cultists!
vampires, where you really
Oh my
don't
God!
want to go without preparation. That was the reason why you're going to Miles' parents first.
Okay.
I mean, you could go there without preparation.
No, wait, we need to I need to reread it, because remember it's like girl cultist thing.
Not cultists.
Cultist,
No.
yeah.
So,
Moves his base to operation to assume no, that's not it. Okay, so so it just alright.
Where was this shit pinged?
Well, then Dali would want to go there. So, is there any other reason to be here? Would we have gone there instead? Is it far within this region? Is it...
well, you want to go back to
Okay,
Miles'
yes,
home to A, prepare for going to Lamia, B, deal with Winel's shit, C, still deal with Miles' parents' shit. Shit parents?
Okay.
Shit parents, yeah. Let's go with shit parents. Well, his father is a little less shitty.
Oh, it's even closer. It's closer. Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Where are we going?
I guess.
Okay, if the idea, all right, look, Miles. If the idea of prepping is important for this for Silver Pinnacle, then I'm willing to wait. We just go. We'll go and prepare at your parents' place if they'll. I mean, the only problem is they said that we weren't allowed resources. Is that just flat out at all? We're not allowed anything. Like, are they just treating you as a business partner?
No, they said, Miles, you're
Basically.
paying for everything yourself.
I'm paying.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm paying for it. I could
Okay.
buy. Something
And you can't
from-
use our name. So, you're on
Yeah.
your own.
Okay, so we're preparing, but by ourselves. Okay, cool.
least.
Well, can we do that? We could try to sort out some stuff with Winnel. In preparation, to prep as well. At the same time, we don't necessarily need to go to back to your family.
You don't have, not all of you. None of you. Up to you.
You can dress up as with Winnel, so.
Good luck. Good idea actually, but good luck. So, alright. So, can I write it down as you are going back to Narshafen?
Yeah, for now.
Right.
Alright. So, Miles, do you try to return to Narshafen incognita, or do you go back under your own name?
I'll go back.
It has been a month since we left here, more or less. So.
Yep. Yep, it's been a month and a day.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Really good time to go and actually meet
go-
your sister if you want to.
Yeah. Now she's probably great. Another one to chew me off. Yeah, I'll go under my name.
Alright. Okay, well, that does accelerate the landing and carrying process as your ship is taken care of. I really advise you to resupply once you leave. So, will you be going back to your family immediately, or maybe you wanna since your crew didn't like your family place, you wanna go around the town, get a
Somewhere
hotel, look some
Yeah,
parks.
I like them.
Is there enough of a shipyard here to get made?
For maintenance, yes. Maintenance you can get basically on any TL4 or higher planet. It's more if you wanna get something complicated. to worry about higher tech. Also prices, like here's default, like call this could have been better.
Is there any good hospitals? Like more?
I
No,
don't know.
never mind. You said the Baron said the Baron ships were better than what's here on Nacht.
No. Baron ship were better than anything you've met outside of Red Order. Not Hafen,
Outside. Okay, but Schaffen has better.
same as Baron.
I have a question. If I don't know if I might have to flashback for this, but I want to definitely keep track of this. So Buddy told me that I need to find a place where I can essentially reinvent myself, physically at least. Does Buddy have any information where such a place might be found?
Yeah, so let's say you like spend some time talking to Bobby about like, all right, Bobby, so what do you think now? We've been together for a month. And basically Bobby goes, it is very hard to accurately ascertain your remaining lifespan, Bobby. I hope it could give us years, but if you continue to expose yourself to mortal danger, or more sources of spell plague, that could shorten your lifespan to a matter of months.
Okay, so it's not super immediately pressing unless I make it so.
I am doing my
Due
best to
to-
expand your lifetime.
Okay.
However, you seem
do
to
you-
have been exposed to some intense source of magic in the past half a year that has greatly accelerated the flow of your disease. I do not recommend doing that again. That would kill you, most certainly.
Yeah, I don't plan on it. Do you have any idea where I might find a place where I can recover?
As I mentioned previously, I lack connection to my creators' databases. We would need to find such a place so that I can search their database to hopefully find locations of a more suitable place. Assuming it survives, and their database survives, and it has that information. It's rather complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, I have an idea where we might look. I think we might come across something in the somewhat near future. I think.
That sounds wonderful. I do recommend increasing your intake of legumes. It should make it easier for me to process your... well...
Poop.
Shit.
Yeah.
All
Alright, I will adjust my diet accordingly.
Alright, so let's say you like go into the town and like find a hotel. Talk about money later. Like just check lifestyle, whatever hotel you want is gonna be the cost. Nagstrafen is definitely a new kind of image for pretty much all of you. It's bustling, but it's not clumped bustling like Helios or vertical bustling like Aurelio. It spreads. Nobody here seems to be interested in building a house more than like 3, maybe 4 stories tall. A lot of them have gardens. And all of the living quarters seems to be basically like, just imagine like suburban area. Like that's where everybody lives. Now the center of the town is more like business-like, more put together, but the streets are rather narrow, and the most jarring difference is lack of immediate like, social communication technology. You just don't see people around walking in their data slabs or compads or whatever. There are like magical lamps, and there are like shops that sell kind of such equipment or like crystal viewers, but those are rare. And even more interestingly, you see just like people gathering in front of those shops and just like watching whatever the crystal viewer is showing. Now, the design of the city itself, the layout, is also rather unconventional. Instead of like small separated shops, separated into quarters or streets. Like you find a street of artisans, you find a street of potters, you find a street of painters, where just people going down the street and people are sitting on the streets painting for money and getting painted for money. And you do get a great feeling that half of this like business portion of town is dedicated to arts and crafts, woodwork, metalwork, anything you can imagine. Now, while it's more than easy for you to get around on legs, since cars seem to be prohibited to mostly get into this populated part of the city, there are vehicles for rent. However, you do not find the like familiar, pleasant ground cars that Lance would be so proficient at piloting. Instead, you find for rent or for sale skeletal steeds that are raised by necromancy enchanted to follow whoever has rented them, and are trained to, if necessary, carry carts or huge passenger buses, whatever. There are even nightmares for rent, which are like skeletal steeds, but they can fly. And this absence of arcanotech, replaced by magic, old school magic, and thralls, seem to be the theme of Natural. Like as you were flying into the town, now daylight, you actually can see what's going on. Where on Helios you saw expansive fields maintained by basically golems and arcanotech. Here you see human supervisors going around giving orders to skeletons, and you see giant, like massive, colossal skeletal beasts with long spiked tails and horn heads pulling plows and equipment and everything that a tractor would do. As you are walking down one of the streets after checking out one of those like parts shop and annoying the shopkeeper with, I need this, and he has no idea what it is, and you have to explain like this bit, and he's like, oh right, sure. You walk past a crystal viewer shop, and you see like a bunch of people gathered around it, but they're like talking to each other nervously. It's not like they're watching to some locator theater group or a nature documentary. It's more like there's something happening on it. You hear people going like, oh, it's them again, like when are they gonna give it a break? Like nobody likes them anyway. Like, you know, so bullshit. Yeah, I mean, like everybody knows they're just like full of it. It's like, why
It's a picture of us.
You kind of get through the crowd and like get a view of the crystal viewers, and over there you see like looks like a video like loop. As you watch on the screen, like on the black, appear a large lettered red word Scorn, which fades out and is replaced by video of edgy looking hooded figure that begins to give a speech.
Oh fuck, we see it mirrored.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what may be our final moments of this world. All the rumors, the human sacrifices, the blood chalice, the great necromancer, it's all true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. you will be the first. You have a front row seat to watch what will become the new world that we create for you, starting now.
And that's
you
that's
muted, I
where
think?
we're gonna end the session for now.